Hey, hello everyone. It's Coach Chris coming at you on Saturday, January 11th, 2025. And this is a little technical analysis video I put together. It seems like NQ futures perhaps are in a little bit of a downswing here. And this is going to be a really important week to see if this downtrend continues or if it was just a temporary, beginning of the year, little just quick drop. What I have here is a weekly chart of the NQ continuous contract. On the continuous contract, what they do is normally there's 4 different contracts per year of the futures. Like right now, we're on the March of 2025. Well, what that does is it creates a gap. For instance, you can only go back on the current contract. I believe it's back into December. And so what they do is they come up with what's called a continuous contract. You don't trade off of this, but it's the same information all combined into one contract so that you can go back and get the historical data that you want with no gaps in it. And so here I've got the weekly chart of the NQ futures contract, and you can see here for the last, let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4 or so weeks, we've been in a downtrend. And how do we define a downtrend? We define a downtrend by a market that has lower highs and lower lows. And you can see here's the highs, and you can see how they're decreasing, and here's the lows, and you can see how they're decreasing. And so you can see there was an uptrend here, and then this pullback that we're currently in. Now, this is a really important week to see if we're going to get a continuation in this pattern, because most of the recent downtrends that we've seen, like here, this was back in July, was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. We had one back in September, which was 1, 2, maybe 3 weeks at the most. March of 24, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. So if this goes on, and then here was a deeper pullback, this goes way back to August of 23. And to give you an idea of the extent of the pullback here, let's just see if, no, I want to go here, see if this works. No, that's not going to work for me. I wanted to measure that out in, but it started at 17,500 and got all the way down to 15. So that was a 2,000 point retracement there. This one was 19.4 down to 17.9, so about a 1,500 point. This one was about 21.4 down to 18, so that was a 3,000 point back in August of 24. Already we've gone 22.3 down to 28, so about a 1,500 points of retracement we've seen already. And what I've done here is I've drawn some possible retracement areas here with the red lines to show you where potentially this thing could possibly retreat down to based on past supply and resistance. And you'll see that there's several zones, logical zones below where we're at right now, where this market could likely pull back to. And let me just show you why I'm marking those off. Okay, let's just see here what's going on. So if we look to the left, I'll condense this down a little bit. You can see some areas where there was pullbacks before. So the first area we're looking at is right here at about 18,891, which from where we're at would be 20,000. It'd be about a 2,000 point drop. So that's a substantial. So what is that? That's about 10% retracement would put us to right here, which is not uncommon to occur. Now, I'm not saying that's for sure going to happen, but it's possible. Then we would get down here to 18,000 is the next level. And then here, 15.5. I doubt we'd get anywhere near that. And then, of course, way down here at 12,500, which would take us back to 22. Not impossible, highly unlikely, but it is possible. Let's just go ahead and go out and take a look at this on the daily and get a little different perspective on it. And so you can see here in perspective how this looks. I'm going to move this up here. So we've already gone down. What is it? This is about, from the highest point, we're down around 1,557 points, 6,200 ticks, which represents about a 7% pullback. And you can see here, there is some support in this area. Let me just draw a line here. There's some support here, which is just about where we're at. You can see here, it couldn't break through before, so this was resistance turned into support. Now it's tested. This wick didn't get quite down there. This one almost got there, and then this one, this weekly, the close from yesterday got just down to there. So it's going to be real important to see if this continues down, how far. Now there is a little bit of an area right here as well at 20,291, which would be a further 600 points, about another 3%. That, to me, would be a likely zone where we could end up. Now, it won't happen this week, I don't think. I mean, it's possible. I don't know what news that we have. I haven't checked to see what maybe would bring us down to there. And then we could go down, looks to be about to right here, is another target, 19,731, which is another 5%. Or down here, which is another 2,000 points, would be another 10%. So I'm not saying it's going to happen, but that's why this week is going to be really, really important. Do we break through below this, what is this level here again? Below this 20,750 or 790 level, let's just call it 20,800, or is there further of a pullback coming? You're going to want to watch this. Obviously, a market doesn't, just like it doesn't go straight up, it does not go straight down either. It has, movements down, back up, but the bottom line is, every time it retraces, it doesn't retrace back up to the full top. It comes down, sets a new low, retraces up a fraction, half to 3/4 of where it was. Then we get a deeper downward move, then a less of a retracement. And so it's forming these lower lows and lower highs along the way down, just as when we're going up, it's forming higher highs and higher lows. It does the opposite. And so we've already formed a lower low with this candle here. You can see that very clearly. And then, of course, if you include the wick, we're substantially lower. This is the daily chart, remember. And so we're going to want to watch this week very carefully to see how far down it's going to go. So hope that helps you out, and I will talk to you soon.